Hey, I'm Pastor Ryan Heller. I got the verse of the day for you. It's Mark 16, verse 15. Jesus said it like this: "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation." I love that word, go. Listen, if you are a follower of Jesus, no word should describe you more than the word go. We are constantly going. In other words, we are not waiting. We are not passively sitting around. We are going and engaging people with the gospel. Unfortunately, a lot of churches are waiting to see whoever shows up on Sunday and then possibly talking to those individuals about Jesus. But Jesus' perspective on the spreading of the greatest news of all was that his followers would be going. And if you read the scriptures, the primary way that people hear about Jesus is through personal evangelism, personal conversations with people all over the place. That means that we got a lot of work to do. And Jesus is not talking about like a program or setting aside just a specific time of the day where we talk to people or our week about Christ. It's as we go. So like, think about your daily routine. Are we in such a hurry that we can't talk to people about spiritual matters? I know for myself, I have to intentionally tell myself, Ryan, slow down just a little bit. Quit thinking about your to-do list. Quit thinking about your next appointment, and meet people and talk to people and just take a deep breath. Maybe you struggle with some of the same stuff. The other day I was talking to a lady who was cutting my hair, and spiritual matters came up, and we began to talk about Jesus, and it was beautiful. Maybe there's somebody in your office or a neighbor, somebody that lives next door, and if you just took a few minutes to slow down and to talk to that person, you could live on mission with Christ. Jesus said, go and make disciples. So listen, we ought to slow down. We ought to be more intentional. We ought to be more enthusiastic, because let's be honest, for most Christians, 96% of all Christians never share their faith with anybody. Never. But how amazing would it be to live out this fantastic command of Christ to share the greatest news of all? Listen, if we believe that the gospel really does save people from their sins and allows people to spend eternity in heaven and to have an abundant life on earth, I can't think of anything more meaningful to be talking to people about. Today, let's go. Let's be on mission for Christ to talk to people about the greatest story that was ever told.